Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Who's here? Who's here? Oh, a bit bright. Hello. It's a bit bright, isn't it? Sorry for the delay.
Hello.
They changed all the settings. No, that's just too dark.
Oh,
That's gone the opposite way. It's a bit bright, isn't it? That's just the completely wrong way. Fucking they changed all the settings. That's just too dark. What is that? That's gone the opposite. What is that? Logitech. That's just a completely wrong. Why are you so rubbish? They changed all the settings. That's just too dark. What is that? That's gone the opposite. Logitech. That's just a completely wrong. Why are you so rubbish? They changed all the settings. That's just too dark. What is that? I don't like it at all. Logitech. That's just a no, I don't want that. Oh, how can I make it go small? Oh, yeah. For some reason, there was no chat thing in the doodad because YouTube is rubbish. But we all know that. We establish that every blooming week. See, there's no chat. There's no chat window. Where is the chat window? That's no good. If there's no chat window, is it? Why is there no chat window? So, I don't know. There should be a chat window, but there ain't. So how is everybody? Is everybody good? Ah, it's just rubbish. It's just rubbish. YouTube is right every week. Rubbish. It's rubbish. It is. It's all rubbish. Where is the chat? Yeah, there's chat. Okay. I do wonder sometimes. Okay. Well, we'll just have to muddle along. It's rubbish. It is rubbish. We have hot beverage. But, I don't know. Yeah, the sound was because it's all wrong. Everything's wrong. It's all wrong. Yeah, it was. It should be good now. It's because the window. I wasn't in the chat control room. I was looking at. I'm bored. This is boring. YouTube, why are you so boring? Let's have some fun. I can't hear it. I imagine that was a thing. Boring. Anyway, back on with the show. Now that it seems to be working. Tim's in. He says hello. How's my groove been? Boring. How am I? Bored. Lenin's in, Payne's in, Jukabud's in. Yeah, the chorus was because of the window and because YouTube's rubbish. But we know that. We know that YouTube is rubbish. We establish that every week. Yeah, I know. It's just the chat window isn't. You have a control room. You have a YouTube live stream control room, and it's never right. It's never right. The other week it forgot to save the stream. Even though I had the setting to save the stream. So I had to download it off of Twitch and re-upload it. Because YouTube is rubbish. We know that. We establish that every week. That is our starting point. There's only 22 people in. Where is everybody? Where is everyone? This is going to be a good one. Because we're going to have maximum Pink Floydage in it. Oh yeah. Maximum Pink Floydage. Pink Floyd to the max, indeed. Oh yeah. So I mean, I was gonna leave it, but you know, because what happened is I'll talk about it. We'll talk about this thing, and then someone will come in. I don't know, half an hour later. Have you talked about this thing? And I'm like, I've already done it. So I was going to kind of do it in the middle, but seeing as there's no one here, I might as well just get my powder out. And all we just keep my powder dry, don't we? We keep the powder dry, but it's like, if there's no one here, what can we do? Oh no, Jason Coulston just got blocked for comparing me to Alan's psychedelic breakfast. Oh dear. Goodbye. Bye, Jason. There are certain rules that we have in place, and you just broke one of them. Sorry. Brendan wants more nudity. Yeah. Still doubled on the audio. Why is that? Oh, I see. That's better. Sorry. Dog snoring, or at least heavy breathing. You awake? Oi. Yeah, you're awake. Just heavy breathing. She knows I'm streaming, man. What's the point? Jigwag goes, just curious, did you see Toy and Fripp's version of Bowie's Heroes? Why would I want to watch that? I'd rather slam my dick in the door. But have you noticed that there's been a rehabilitation of Fripp's persona online? Have you noticed this? Because I don't follow them. I don't follow them. I'm unfollowed. I've unfollowed all that shit because I'm not interested. It doesn't entertain me. I am not entertained by it. But I've noticed because people on Facebook keep retweeting this shit because they think it's funny and cute, or I don't know. But have you noticed that it's like a rehabilitation of his character? I wonder if there's like some sort of legal thing going on, you know, because he wouldn't want to be remembered as the man who sued David Bowie. But, you know, old Chuckles Fripp, you know, we're going to rehabilitate him. Look, he's funny, really. Look, he's funny. But have you noticed there was a lot of Bowie? He did Joe the Lion as well. Funny that. It's like he's trying to take ownership of it, isn't it? You know, but whilst presenting this cuddly, cute, oh, look at me, I'm just an eccentric English gentleman. Like I say, I have no interest in it. And the only way it comes my way is because of fucking Facebook and these imbeciles that follow me share it and like it. And it's like, oh, really? Fuck that shit. Because it is. Fuck that shit. I have my some Fripp stuff up on eBay at the moment. If you're interested, the rest will go up soon. I don't want to put them all up at once because it's a real bind sending this stuff out. You know, it's like sticky stuff and stick. Oh. But yeah, you know, there's stuff, and we'll do some of the boring Fripp shit that I've got on the shelf there. That go next. It's quite cathartic, really. It's quite nice. I feel a lot freer. I feel free. I feel free of it. It's nice. It's good when you don't give a fuck, isn't it? It's lovely. It's lovely. But yeah, I'll eventually sell all this. Well, apart from the Genesis stuff, obviously, and the Peter Gabriel stuff, and the Laurie Anderson stuff, and the Bright. You know where I'm going with this, don't you? Michael Brook and anyway. Yeah, you get tier 2 of me. It should be fixed now because I had 2 microphones. I've got. It's complicated. I had 2 things activated. I was distracted. It's warm. It's very warm in here, you see, because it's been warm today, and it's warm in here, and I can't have a fan on because everyone's saying, "What's that? What's that noise?" Let me see if I can put my fan on without disturbing everyone. I have my fan. Oh, it's a bit dusty. My only fan. You know what I'm saying? Nobody likes me. But my fan. Let's see if I can. Oh. Don't tell me I've unplugged it. Oops. Which one are you then? Oh, I'm never gonna. Oh, in the massive USB cables. I'm never. Ah, there you are. Oh, I know where you go. You go in there. I can plug you in there. Just enjoy the top of my head for a moment. I think you'll agree. It's where all the ideas come from. USB cables. USB. Ah, now I have coolness. Coolness. Oh, I feel cool. Oh, that's better. Oh yeah. Oh, that's the stuff. Excuse me. Hiccups. Audio is horrible. That's what I like to hear. Well, fuck you. Fuck you and the horse you rode in on. Is it groovy? I don't know. I don't hear the sounds. I don't watch any of this stuff. It should be okay now. It should be okay. I am about 10 minutes behind everyone. Right, here we go. I think I'm alright now. It should have stopped now. It should have stopped. Oh no, Lenin Luna's done a review channel on psychedelic music. Be still your beating hearts. Subscribe. Go and watch him now. Please, don't watch me. Watch him. Please. Yay, that's better. Sorry about that. It's just I had a thing. I was doing a thing with a thing. It's boring. And I left the thing plugged in. But then I also had the audio from the window on because it's stupid, because it's YouTube, and that was echoing as well. Very echoey. Great. But anyway, I'm glad we're all having fun. I'm not. I'm not having fun. This isn't fun. When was this fun? Lenian said, I saw the video with Roger Waters beefing. It's not beefing. He has a point. And you are wrong. You are wrong. And this is where we're coming in from, my friend. Because you're wrong. You're always wrong. Always. Do you know where it comes from? Your love of psychedelic music. You're wrong. Just wrong with that. So wrong. But we're going to get onto that in a minute. We're going to get on with that in a minute. Tom Pink says the man who sued the world. Yeah, exactly. The only people that get rich are the lawyers. You know, the featured artist is, you know, again, we have to look at the history of this. You know, remember, Heroes was not a big song for Bowie back in 1977. It's twee, it's sentimental. When it was released, it was like yeah. It's not Let's Dance, is it? It's not even Absolute Beginners. It's Heroes. It's a sludge fest, right? It only started gaining popularity with Live Aid, right? And then when the Berlin Wall came down, because, you know, Berlin Wall lyrics, you know. And then, as the years have gone on, it's become what's known as an anthem. It was never an anthem before, I don't know, 1985. But in the 90s, it started becoming an anthem, be used in things. You know what I'm saying? Be used in things. It was not an important song. Trust me on this. That's how I remember it. It wasn't important. It was twee, faux sentimental bullshit. And then it became an anthem. And when there's an anthem, there's film rights, there's film usage. You know, it was used in Stranger Things, albeit the Gabriel version. But there'll still be coin. There'll still be coin, won't there? Especially if you're featured artists. And this is where it comes from. Of course, Fripp says he doesn't. He's not doing it for the money. Featured artist doesn't do it for the money. He's doing it to cut through the unfairness of the music industry. But if he wins, it's probably the end of the music industry, because everyone is going to be claimed to be the featured artist on a record, you know. Because you bought that album because of the featured artist contribution, didn't you? You bought that single because of the featured artist contribution, didn't you? That's why you did it. That's why you did it. But it's all bullshit. And we know it's bullshit. Brendan says the ginger pig likes it. Well, of course he does. He's paid to like it. There's a man with no critical faculty. There you go. He can only do positive reviews, and that from the horse's mouth himself. I can only do. I don't like doing negative reviews. Yeah. Oh boy. Dukabud said it was just god awful. His facial expressions were insane. It came to me by accident, so I wanted to hear you rip it apart. Not going to happen. I've no interest. Why would I promote someone who's trying to destroy me? Remember, wise words from the missus, and that's that. But by all means, remember, this is someone whose career is based off of one album, and that was the first album. And it was everyone else's contribution that makes that album special, not necessarily his. When he starts getting involved, you get horseshit like Lizard and Islands. You know what I'm saying? And then he gets some decent musicians in for large tones and all that stuff. So, just saying, just putting it out there. Stygo says, sorry not been to the last few chats. Finally got a decent pair of headphones. You can hear the dog snoring better. That's good, isn't it? Tom Pink says, Pete Townsend's turned 75 today. Yeah, that's right. We had a run of birthdays. We had Eno. We had Fripp. We had Bruford. We had Wakeman and Townsend. Also Grace Jones today. But in May, there's an interesting run of birthdays. And in that, my grandfather and father's birthday. Father matches Fripp's, grandfather matches Bruford's. Everything is connected. It's the links. Everything's linked. Favourite Earthworks? Probably the first one. Because Bruford's trying to get the electronic drums going and, but yeah. It was quirky. It's again released on the Editions ED Jazz label. It's again Bruford trying to desperately put out a jazz record that was accepted. I think it was at the time. Again, the reviews were I remember there being favourable reviews of it. And Pain likes Footless and Fancy Free. Manku says you look a bit fragile. Yeah, I've got a Yoshi t-shirt, green one. I was going to wear that, but it's too thick. It's too warm to wear it. Now, some t-shirts are really thick. You get that? This is relatively thin because it's a Yes t-shirt, and their quality control is like so. That's why I tend to wear it a lot. It's Peter Cushing goes Ginger Pig. It's a butcher's in Loughton. Funny enough, true it is. There's a butcher's in Loughton called the Ginger Pig. And Brendan here, he knows what I'm saying. I didn't realise it was there, and I remember he was walking past. Where was we going? We was going to somewhere. Something to do with the school. We was walking past, and there's the Ginger Pig. And me and the missus burst out laughing. I went, look at that. We should get a picture of me standing pointing at the sign. Because it's our nickname. It's a nickname, isn't it? Stygo says, well, do Genesis advertise Peter Gabriel and Steve Hackett on their website? Not my. Well, no. You see, Stagosi, you're kind of missing the point. There's no ill will. Steve Hackett has his own solo career. You know what I'm saying. Genesis is still active. It's not an inactive thing. Do you know what I'm saying? But wait, we'll get to it, and I'll tell you why you're wrong in a minute. And it's important. It's an important fact that you're wrong, and you know you're wrong. You're just being a contrarian because you want to try and score a point on me, but you can't, because you're playing checkers and I'm playing 3D chess, mate. 3D fucking chess. Oh yeah. But I'll tell you why you're wrong. Just give me time. I'm trying to time it correctly. Maximum exposure or something like that. I don't know what I'm talking about. How many people in? 47. We're getting close. We'll get to 50. Then I'll spill my beans. We'll come to that in a minute. Lenin. We'll come to it in a minute. Where are we? The problem with this is it dries my eyes out. My eyes get gritty and I can't see what I can't see anything. Can't see what's going on. Oh no, here's another one. Oh, Metal Madness. He thinks he knows what's going on, but he's wrong too. Rod shouldn't have sued to stop the other guys using the Floyd name. But yeah, we'll get onto that in a minute. Payne says the fact that they're still feuding. Go out and put out the Animals box set. Who do you think set the pricing of the later years box set? Weren't Roger Waters, I tell you that, because he doesn't have a skin in that game. But you know, remember, was it his original price? £479. Heavily discounted now though. Fasano says, I'm listening to a lot of Collins era Genesis these days. What's your favourite post-Gabriel album? Probably be Abacab. I mean, I've got a lot of time for Invisible Touch, which we can all agree, I'm going to say it again, is probably the greatest progressive rock album of all time. Most successful progressive rock album of all time, and you can say it's not and start quoting American Psycho and getting it wrong because you think it's about music criticism and it's not. It's about capitalism and you don't and you like Patrick Bateman. They go, you like Patrick Bateman because they've got no argument because they don't understand music and what it's about. You know, I had one guy say in the comments, you know, Peter Gabriel 3 is better than So. And it's like, what fucking boat did you come off of? He tried to say that, oh God, what was it? Oh crikey, which crappy song was it from? Yeah, Salisbury Hill. He said Salisbury was better than Sledgehammer. It's like, you're insane. You're totally insane. Totally insane. Totally insane. That's people for you because they just don't understand. They don't know what music is. They have no critical faculty, and they want to deny it. They want to deny populism. Populism is the way to go. I like something because it's unpopular and elitist. I like this obscure album and band because you don't know about it and I know something you don't. It's that kind of mentality we're dealing with, right? Don't get me wrong, I love Gabriel era Genesis as much as the next man, probably even more so. Probably more so. I'm probably the biggest Genesis fan here. In fact, God damn it, I am. I'm the biggest Genesis fan ever. Do you see how ridiculous it gets? If you say stuff like that, it just gets ridiculous. You say stuff like that, it sounds ridiculous. But you have to look at how it goes. You have to look at a band develops. And Genesis is an interesting example. You know, every album, there's a shifting tone. There's a different feel to the albums, you know, and by Invisible Touch they get it just right for the time, and so does Gabriel with So, and they're a fortnight apart in release dates. Oh, what a great year that was. What a great year. I feel so old, but you had to be there. But yeah, Payne says, I blame the London Marathon for Heroes. Exactly, it's used in things like that. And anything where there's feats of great courage. Running a marathon isn't particularly courageous. It's fucking stupid. They should ban it. How many people have died running a marathon? You know what I'm saying? I think it's statistically accurate that more people have died running a marathon than they have laying in bed doing nothing. So there you go. You know what I'm doing on a Sunday. Laying in bed doing that. That's not true. I get up and take the dog for a walk. I wonder how many people have died taking their dogs for a walk. Oh, I don't want to think about that. Anyway, Cyrus goes, I think Gabriel and Hackett still have creative differences from Banks, on top of Gabriel being too busy with his own stuff. Well, no, again, the whole Genesis situation is different. Genesis is still an active entity. I know. I find it as incredible as you. You know? But Gabriel doesn't do tours where he plays lots of Genesis material, right? Hackett does, because he's a bit sad. It's a bit sad to do that, you know. Oh, I'm keeping the spirit of Genesis alive. No, you're not. You're basically burying your solo career. You know, I don't want to hear you do Genesis all the time. It was like, I like the old days where you did your solo career and you peppered it with a few Genesis classics just to keep us happy. Those were the good old days. But I digress. I don't follow Genesis. I don't follow a lot of things. I live in a cloud of utter and total ignorance. And do you know what? It's beautiful. I'm totally filtering out social media, YouTube. It's a wonderful thing to be as pig ignorant as me. I'm so thick, it's scary. You could use my head as a piece of 2x4. That's how thick I am. I'm so thick, it's brilliant. It's a wonderful thing. See, because what I do is, I showed you this last time. Look, and I've nearly got rid of it. Look, there were 2 holes here, but look, I did it. I got them printed. Look, see? And there are 2 plugs that I 3D printed, and that was 3D printed too. I use CAD software. So this is what I'm doing. This is what makes me better than you. Is I do stuff like this. Oh, Mrs. I can't swear. Mrs. is here. She's listening. She's listening. You alright? Yeah. Good. We'll pretend we're talking about her. Yeah, she's always having a go at me, that Mrs. She is. She's always telling me off, make me do stuff. Got the fan on, it's so warm over here. I'm feeling a bit moist. My potatoes are boiling over. I've got the fan on, but now my eyes are dry and I can't read the screen.
That's the problem.
I know. They don't know how much I suffer for my art. I suffer. I'm suffering here. They don't appreciate me. They don't appreciate me enough. You never give me your money. Dog keeps snoring. Well, she's not even asleep. She's just breathing heavy. I think she's annoyed at me. It's alright. Could you take my cup out, please? Thank you. I'll see you at 4 in the morning. I'll probably fall asleep on the sofa and wake up with a bad back like I normally do. I will. What was I moaning about? Yeah, but we'll get onto that in a minute because I think we have 50 people watching. The big 50. 49. Oh fuck, it's gone. No, 50. Gone back to 50. Cool, that was close. Someone went out and came back again. They obviously 51. That's it. Come on. I've got them in the palm of my hand now. Palm of my hand. Look at that. They're in the palm of my hand. But yeah, there's this thing. There's Roger Waters. You may have heard of him. He was in a band called the Pink Floyd. He's probably the creative force. He's probably the creative force after Syd Barrett. Yeah, I think that he's probably the brains. He's the face of Pink Floyd, the Pink Floyd. And he did a marvellous thing the other day. A marvellous thing. He did one of these lockdown videos because of the coronavirus. And everyone's on lockdown. He did a lockdown performance of Mother from The Wall, which is an album that a band called the Pink Floyd released once. And he did a song called Mother, and all his band did it separately, in little boxes like celebrity squares. And it was rather tasty. I did enjoy it. But then people asked him. I say, Rog, you went, yeah, what? You went, why now on the Pink Floyd page, Rog? They got 30 million views, like subscribers and that. And you've only got like 1.5 million views, Rog. Why not on the Pink Floyd page, Rog? And he went, dunno. I don't think Gilmour likes me. I imagine that's how the conversation went. But anyway, today he released a video explaining the situation. Because again, people ask questions, and I imagine he's a bit peeved. However, there was 2 points that we need to take from this. 2 points which are interesting. Actually, no, it might be 3. Could be 4. I don't know. I haven't worked it out yet. So I'm kind of riffing. He said there are grumblings in the ranks. He's not talking about the fans. He's talking about in the band. And from that we draw the inference that someone's not happy, and it might not just, it's in the ranks of the band, so it's only like, wait a minute, how many members left? 2 members. Well, it ain't going to be David Gilmour, so it must be Nick Mason. Because, I don't know if you follow the Pink Floyd. Do you follow the Pink Floyd? I don't. But apparently they've been posting some old bullshit of Polly Sampson. She's the missus of Davy Boy Gilmour. Where they all sit around like the happy family, pretending to get on. You know. You got the kid who got arrested, you know. Who was Heath the poet's son, you know. And it's like, yeah, and they do little skits, comedy skits, I think. I don't know, I didn't watch it, not interested. Couldn't give a flying fart about Polly Sampson and her work. She has no interest to me, no interest. But somehow her work gets on the Pink Floyd page. You see, people have to go, what's that there? What's that there? Roger Waters, like I say, who's the creative, mind behind the Pink Floyd, doesn't get a look in. And he explains they had a meeting a year ago, and Dave Gilmour said that he owns the band. It's mine. It all belongs to me now. And I wonder, how Nick Mason feels about that. Grumbling's in the ranks. So anyway, I think Rog just wanted a bit of representation on the main page. Again, some bands are a bit more like that. They have a web presence or a social media presence, and everyone, ex-members, alumni, friends, neighbours, get a mention. It's the gentlemanly thing to do, isn't it? You think of a band, they do it, but not Pink Floyd, But Polly Sampson gets a shoe-in, and of course Dave Gilmour does a fucking Pink Floyd thing. He does a Syd Barrett song just to kind of make it relevant. You've got to sit through a load of old cobblers first, haven't you? A load of old meandering cobblers, which again Roger Waters says will send you to sleep. I love Rog. And you can see why he's upset. You can see why, because again, it does the band. It devalues the band's brand, and they already done that with that box set, and now they're doing it with these lockdown live streams that have zero relevance to the Pink Floyd brand. And I can see why he's annoyed about that. Whereas he's hauling his old wrinkled arse around the world, still doing the songs, and those songs, live will sell the albums, and Davy Boy Gilmour will get a cut. I imagine that maybe Roger even has to, pay a license to Pink Floyd to perform these songs. There will be, I imagine there's some legal aspect to everything. And so this is why, he's thinking, well, Gilmour gets a cut of everything. Why shouldn't I get a little? I'm earning him money. Why shouldn't I have a little bit on the web page or on the Facebook page or whatnot? Why can't we be gentlemen? And again, I think as the years have gone by, Waters has become more conciliatory. Like you get that when you get older. You go, let's make up, let's kiss and make up and be friends. Whereas Dave Gilmour is actually he's evil. You can tell he looks like Gollum now. He was the pretty boy of the band. Now Roger Waters is the good-looking one. How did that happen? Because it comes from inside. Beauty comes from within, and Gilmour's like, my precious, and this is what's happening to Pink Floyd. But the best line, the most beautiful thing, and this is where you've got to read between the lines. Let's read between the lines. Look, these are the lines, and I'm reading between them, which means sometimes you can get it wrong. But if you know Roger Waters, not that I know him, but if you know of him and you know how his mind works, and he's very good at getting the jibe in, getting little uppercut, a little punch on the nose. He said we might as well call ourselves Pink Floyd and might as well call Pink Floyd Spinal Tap and be done with it. And that's a reference to the scene in Spinal Tap where Tufnell goes to St Hubbins. It's your fucking wife. It's your fucking wife. Because I suspect that Polly Sampson is the one pulling the strings in Camp Pink Floyd, and that Gilmour has kind of given up. You know, it's being pussy whipped. Being pussy whipped. And that's what I drew. That's what I drew from it. You know, and I'm sure it's the right interpretation. Is Roger Waters right? Yeah, I think he has again, because of what he does and what he brings to the brand. You know, it's not like he's the drummer. You know, he's the lyricist and songwriter. Again, if you ever listen to any of those demos, like the Wall demos or whatnot, you know it's Waters that brings these songs nearly fully formed into the group. You know. Yeah, and he walked out, and there was legal action, and the name was given to these other guys. But things have changed now. Gilmour has retired the band. Pink Floyd is no more. It is not happening. That's why Mason's out doing his thing, and I'm sure Mason and Waters would love to do their thing together as Pink Floyd. Maybe that's what they discussed at the hotel. You know, it wouldn't be at the hotel talking about Roger Waters getting access to the Facebook page. There would have been bigger fish to fry. You know what I'm saying? And I think, you know, what we've seen is we've seen a turnaround. You know, in the mid-80s, it was Roger Waters saying that Pink Floyd's over. Without me, it's not Pink Floyd. Now, it's David Gilmour saying, no, Pink Floyd's over. Without me. You see how it's flipped around. And this is where we've got this thing. I should just quit. Everyone should be friends. I should kiss and make up, because we're all getting older. We're all getting older. And one day, someone's going to die, and Polly Sampson's going to be left in control of it all. And God help you Pink Floyd fans then. Oh yeah, God help you then. And that's what I took from it. And that's it. But I mean, when you bring Genesis into it, again, you've got to remember, Gabriel doesn't use the the Genesis IP. He's very much his own artist. Hackett, yeah, it's a bit. But I can see why Genesis, don't want to necessarily push him, because they're still active. They're an active unit. How did that happen? But yeah, fantastic. What a great world we live in. But I thought his version of Mother was really good. I really enjoyed that as a lockdown thing. Much better than Gilmour, in the corner with his guitar, with his rug over his knee in the house chair. They wheel him off. And I rotten. Manky Pooch says, Bowie's Berlin music got a big boost from the Bahnhof Zoo movie over here. Exactly. Fretbuzz says, I want my cut from those live albums like that I contributed to. I know the sound of my claps anyway. Exactly. We all contributed. Cyrus says, I think the albums sung by Collins still shouldn't be called the Collins era, because they were still a prog band when he became the singer. They're still a prog band. They're still a prog band now. They never stopped. What happened is the people's taste became, because what happened? Well, I'll tell you what happened. Phil Collins' solo career. That's what happened, and he did his pop thing. And but meanwhile, before that, Banks and Rutherford were trying to do pop songs. I mean, crikey, Follow You, Follow Me. That was a Rutherford pop song. No one complains about that, do they? You know what I'm saying? But that's what happened. Collins got popular, and then that fed back into the Genesis fan base, I don't like it when my favourite band has a hit. Do you know how stupid that sounds? Do you know how stupid that's just... It's moronic. So I says, I think it makes more sense to distinguish them as prog era and pop era. You know they had a single in the chart under Gabriel. I Know What I Like. It actually charted. That makes them a pop band then as well. Oh boy, I love it when people try and use logic and it just fails them completely. Oh boy. Oh yeah, Oldfield as well. Yeah, I forgot Oldfield. Yeah, same day as Eno. Absolutely. Simon says, I'm sorry, I still think Lizard Tree's a masterpiece. No, it's not. It's just a jumble. It's pseudo classical jazz wank, and you know it. It's just there for people to marvel at and laugh at and point at. Look at the silly music. It's silly. Pegasus says, do you like anything by the Orb? Not particularly. I've got to go back to the questions, and it's all gone up. It's all gone up the wall. I've lost all the questions again. Where are we? So many questions. Oh, blimey, I've gone on too much. Payne says Roger's making a lot of sense. I agree. Well, again, it's just, you know, if a band's in retirement, it seems and the site is used to push certain news. It's a shame they can't be gentlemen about it. You know, they'll feed from the same trough. You know, the money all comes back, and he is the featured artist of all this stuff. You know. Peter Cushing says Steve Hackett should record an album of back music while high on crack. He could call it Back, Crack and Hack It. Oh, I don't think I could hack it myself. Payne says, so people really use the 1985 Waters suing against him still? They do, and because you're not allowed to move on, you're not allowed to grow, you're not allowed to develop, you're not allowed to apologise, you're not allowed to be sorry, you're not allowed to try and bury the hatchet, you're not allowed to be conciliatory. You're supposed to be exactly the same person you always were. You're never allowed to change, and they use it to beat you over the head until you go, do you know what, fuck a lot of you. And that's what he'll do. And he'll start another, he'll call it the Pink Floyd. That's what he should just use the name. He should go on tour as the Pink Floyd with Nick Mason, and let Gilmour sue him. And you know what? The courts will find in favour of Waters and Mason because the band's working and he ain't. You know what I'm saying? Because Waters will go, these are the songs I wrote. These are the songs. These are the songs. Tom Pink says, if it touches, great. It certainly is. Bring in the B-sides as well. Exactly. Feeding the fire, yeah, good one. Well, again, Metal Madness, I think we all make, again, it was really acrimonious. I mean, I remember reading interviews back in the day where David Gilmour was saying, well, I played bass on all the albums. Roger Waters can't even play. Seriously. It got that nasty. You know, that Gilmour was taking credit for all the musical stuff that Waters, you know, put down. And again, you listen to the demos, Waters is playing the guitars on his own, you know. So it's quite funny. Lenin says Roger also owns the footage of the entire gig. Yeah, I've got that. I synced the audio from Is Anybody Out There to that footage. Works really well. Nobody can see it though. Peter Cushing, I have a theory why the English media perpetrate hatred of ginger people. It's because they can't go out in the sun. That's why. When global warming happens, it's the end of the gingers. End of the gingers. Scottish and the Irish. You forgot the Welsh, mate. You forgot the Welsh. And the English. Roger says, hello, hello, hello. I'm spilling the beans, Adam. I've spilt the beans. Is the Golden A10 gone? No, it's over there. I just moved it. I've taken the pictures. I've just got to put it on eBay, but I can't. I keep bottling it. Because when it comes to instruments, if I don't feel an affection for an instrument, it goes. But I've recorded stuff with it. But there's another part of me that it's like, do I need to? Got the other one, and you know. Metal says all three guys have equal access, but Roger making a snide but accurate complaint about Polly having access isn't going to help matters. No, of course it ain't, but he's got to say, because people are pointing it out. And if he doesn't mention it, people say, why didn't you point it out? It's as plain as the nose on your face. You know, that certain people, you know, here, you have access, but you don't. You know, and that's where there's inequality. And Roger doesn't like inequality, does he? You know that. And, you know, it's just... Ugh. It's politics. It's all politics. Pink Floyd, Mr. Munton. Lenin says David is not even an original member. Absolutely. Neville says Nick Public called them both out last year. It was probably around the time of that meeting. Who knows what went down? Richard says, keep going. Not enough of you to go around. I hope things are going well. Yeah, everything's fine here, you know. It's just, I don't know. I think I'm going a bit mad, really, because I live a boring life, but this is even boring for me, you know. Because ever since the lockdown, I've taken the dog out every day, every walk. I've done every walk. Mrs used to give me like Tuesday off or something, and so I feel like I am walking in the grooves in the road. You know, I am utterly bored with everything. Totally bored with everything. I was recording the other day and I listened to what I played and I was working on this thing and I thought, in the end I just thought, I fucking hate it. I hate all of it. I've got 33 minutes of music and I hate every fucking minute of it. You know, yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Martin says, I've had enough of all these celebrities making quarantine videos. It annoys me to see them everywhere. It's like they can't help it. Got to be relevant. We don't want to forget their names. Whereas I'm making less videos because I'm sick of my face and I'm sick of listening to me and I'm sick of it all. So I'm giving you guys a break. I've just we just do this, and even this is a bind. Oh dear. Russell says Roger and Nick should just reform Pink Floyd. Exactly. Yeah, there's a lot of for some it says he'll be the guitarist. Well, it'll probably be the guitarist that Waters uses in his band. Martin says I'm losing respect for bands like Pink Floyd and Journey. Who respects bands? You don't. They're just there for your entertainment. They're no more than strolling minstrels who should really just be earning their food and lodgings. That's all they are. They're nothing special. We laud these people. All they do is write songs. They don't fucking save people's lives, do they? They don't do brain surgery. You know? They're just musicians. The lowest form of entertainment. No, sorry, photography is the lowest form of art. Musicians are pretty low down the ranks, aren't they, really? 3 chords. 3 chords and the truth. Oh no, they have to be called Pink Floyd. They have to. Payne says the name is where the money's at. That's what Gilmour band is a mega successful and Radio Chaos tour went down the tubes. Exactly. You know, the name is the key to everything, and that's why that band called Discipline didn't stay as Discipline, because EG management went, you know what, you get more bums on seats if you call it that other band. And that's how the music biz works, because you're always trading off past glories. Always trading off past. You're always playing the hit. You've got to play the hit. You know, nobody comes for the new album. They come for the hit. You've got to play the hit. You know, that's how it works. For Simon says Phil Manzanera is the third man. Well, why did Gilmour fire Phil Manzanera? Phil Manzanera always jokes that it was because he kept getting the first 4 notes of Shine On You Crazy Diamond wrong. And he did. I mean, there is a video of him actually. He said it's because it was really dark. I couldn't see what I was doing. I love that. But yeah, it was very curious that, you know, towards the end of a tour, Gilmour fired Phil Manzanera, who's again personal friend. You know, it was Manzanera who bloody compiled the Endless Dribble. You know, he's the one that knocked that bastard thing into shape, and that's how he was repaid. You know, it's probably because I bet Manzanera probably said something to Polly Sampson. He was a bit curt with her, and she went, "He's got to go. He's got to go." Manzanera said, "It's your fucking wife. It's your fucking wife." It's true. It's true. Munton was born on the day after the Roxy Music gig. There we go. Woohoo! I don't care anymore. Where are we? I've lost all. It's all gone. Am I going to sing to Pink Floyd? To Phil Collins? No, I don't care anymore. No. Munton says dinner with Pink Floyd, strangle each other. Dinner with Rush, having the time of their lives. Well, it's just only two. It's a cheaper build. There's only two of them left. Well, no, dinner with King Crimson is you have to have what Fripp's eating because he's paying the bill. Because he'll always say, "I'm the one paying the bill." What do I think of the Living Tree album? It's all right. It's okay. You know, what do you want me to say? It was brilliant. No. Pink says, dinner with Genesis, silence from Gabriel and Hackett. No, Gabriel's taking the piss out of Tony Banks and Hackett is playing his harmonica. If you ever watch the interviews, especially the archive thing or whatever it was called, Genesis in a nutshell. Hey guys, what are we doing in a nutshell? Gabriel just takes the piss out of them because that's what he finds it all rather amusing. Especially when people expect him to, put the flower mask back on. It's like, really? Do I have to? He doesn't care. It's not important to him, and that's how it should be. It isn't important, because the importance to him is his solo career, and he doesn't even look backwards that often with his solo career. It tends to be, let's go this way. But the fans, it's the fans. Fans want everything to be like it was in the good old days when no one bought the records and no one went to the gigs. But there you go. How would dinner with Anthony Phillips be? I don't know, but I imagine he'd bring that sodding 12-string along, wouldn't he? Because he says, Darren, you seem irritable. I'm not irritable, it's just an act. Just playing up. I'm just playing to the audience. Just, I'm in a good mood. Just, it's a bit warm and I've got a fan and my eyes are dry, that's all. But no, it's all an act, It's all an act. It'd be boring if I just sat and went, Roger Waters, yeah. God, Roger Waters, eh? Pink Floyd, eh? That's boring. You want to be entertained. Are you not entertained? I'll try and entertain you. You don't pay for any of this shit. This is free entertainment. Free entertainment. Payne says, I can understand why everyone knows Dave and Rick to be angels, like they were never the arseholes like Waters. Well, Rick Wright was a massive, cokehead who lost the ability to play. That's why he was fired. Oh dear. Yeah, Wild Stares with Oldfield. That's exegesis for you. Russell Watkins says Polly begins to sound like Yoko. That's unfair. Yoko she never broke up the Beatles. The Beatles broke up the Beatles. You've got to understand that all of them had other interests except Paul McCartney. Paul McCartney was only ever interested in the Beatles and keeping it going because it was important to him. It was a big thing. The others weren't that into it. They kind of reached their creative peak, and so when you got McCartney pushing, something had to break. I think the Yoko thing's always unfair. Main Creek says, this week I gave myself stupid tasks because I'm a lazy pig. I'm just, what's the point? I've got to the point where I just can't be bothered. What's the point? No point. Life is pointless. We live in a cold, godless, uncaring universe. and you know, oh, somebody likes me, and that's that really. That's what you got to remember. Sorry, Garrett. You might want to get the title, but it's got to be the one where Roger Waters is right and David Gilmour is wrong. I've got to do it for the clicks, man. I've got to do it for the traffic, the clicks and the traffic. So that's why we're here. Payne says that's another thing. Pink Floyd fans basically saying Waters is a poophead. He doesn't even play the bass. The bass in Pink Floyd is about as important as Wright was on Momentary Lapse of Reason. Who cares? Well, again, Wright was photoshopped in to the shot in the inside cover of the album because it wasn't sure that he was even going to be there. Because he doesn't. I don't think he played on the album, did he? He didn't actually play anything on it. Oh dear. Roger says, do you think Yes is finished? I don't know why Steve wants to carry on with the group, because he got what he wanted, control of the group. He got what he always wanted. Look, it's the guy at the company, the incompetent guy at the company who just stays there in the hope that everyone either leaves or dies, and then he becomes the boss of the company. I've seen it all before. I've seen it happen. The incompetent guy becomes the boss because he outlives everyone else, and then he destroys the company. It's a thing. It happens. Pay attention, and that's why. Peter says, in fairness, Darren, most of not all bands' artists have a limited amount of good music in them. Exactly. Zeb says, what Penguin Cafe orchestras do I need beside the first four? Well, all of them, of course. All of them. You need all of them. The live ones, you need. Oh God, when in Rome? That's good. Concert piece, concert party. I don't know. You see, our problem is I got too many of them. Oh God, where are they? Oh, they're over there. Oh, I'll never get to them from here. When in Rome, yeah. Oh, I can't read it. Concert program. That's it. That's a good one. But that's it really. Once you get to Union Cafe, and then you got the Penguin Cafe, which is not the Penguin Cafe Orchestra. That's different band. It's like Star Trek: The Next Generation. It's the same but different. You know what I'm saying? Just get them all. You'll enjoy them. They're good. They're good fun. There's always something on there that's interesting. You know. Payne says, sometimes Tony Banks seems like the most slappable guy, but he wrote the best bits, so who cares? Well, again, Tony Banks' problem is everyone else has had success outside of Genesis except him. You know, Mike Rutherford had, Living Years and Phil Collins and, and in this Tony Banks. Metal says, speaking of Roxy Music, I saw Brian Ferry back in August. The man is still alive. Yeah, he's good. He does. I mean, even when he's having a duff night, I know some people complain about, oh, well, his voice and this and it's like, he's knocking on a bit. Come on. Give him a break. He still holds it together. He puts on a good show, though. This is it. I mean, if there's any, if he's on the telly or something live, I'll watch it. Good. Still good. The album's not so good, but he still gives it a go. Peter says the majority of the audience only want to hear the songs that they know. Absolutely. Carl says, I heard Peter Gabriel once say that if people want to see a Genesis reunion, they should go and see the Musical Box. And I thought, yeah, he's got a point. Well, that's why I say it's the closest thing you'll get to see Genesis live, because it is a theatrical representation of the event. They're very good. They're the only ones I've got time for. That's it. I've said it. The rest, just pissing about. But no, those guys really transport you. If you if you use your imagination, you can imagine that you've seen Genesis. You can imagine you've seen what it was like. And that's the thing. Half of it is the visual side. The visual side. Excuse me, visual side. This fan is drying me out. Thoughts on the remix Beatles albums? They're alright. I think we've talked about it before. They're okay. Bit bass heavy on Abbey Road. I listened to it the other night because I got the Beach Boys Pet Sounds on vinyl, and I ordered it off of the thing because it was like cheap. There was a cheap vinyl offer, and I ordered it weeks ago, and it arrived on Saturday. Saturday, and that was the 16th? Sounds about right. What's the significance of that? Well, it was the 54th anniversary of the release of Pet Sounds by the Beach Boys, wasn't it? What are the chances of that happening? Seriously, what are the chances? Just weird synchronicity. So I listened to that, and I listened to Abbey Road for some reason. They feel like similar albums to me, but I'm probably wrong. What do I think of Mississippi John Hurt? You've asked me that before, and I think before I just went, have I heard the Sparks album Propaganda? Probably. I probably have. I've heard them all in some aspect, but I have little memory of anything these days. I'm sure it's very good. Carl says, can Alan White still play the drums? They give him a little tambourine. He has one of those little toy drum kits. They put one of those on. I think it's a picture of some sort of monkey on the front, and he gets to shake a tambourine. It's quite sad, really. We all want him to retire and put his feet up, but they need the money. Everyone need the money. Yeah, Mike and the Mechanics. Yeah, good fun, Mike and the Mechanics. Well, Steve Howe's going to carry on forever, ever and ever and ever. Regarding are the remasters the ones to get? Nah, I'd probably try and get the original EG because they fuck the artwork up on the remasters. It's a bit shonky, so get the old EG edition second hand off the eBay. And should you check out Mark II? Absolutely, it's his son, Arthur Jeffs, and it's the one they did last year, the night, something about the night, polar bears, penguins. I can't remember. Endless Night. That don't sound right. A Day Full of Night. I guess sounds like an album title. They're all good. They're good. Give them a go. Name one good Yes album after Drama. Well, that's easy. Union. ABWH. To a lesser extent, The Ladder. Ladder's quite good. People often overlook that one. I quite like The Ladder, actually. But yeah, Fly Familiar isn't bad. But Heaven and Earth stinks. Peter Cushing says, oh, they're going to get rid of BBC 4. Well, you know there's only me and you that watch it, that's why. Look, the problem with the BBC is they spend all the money on people like Gary Lineker. That's it. If you get rid of Gary Lineker, we can have BBC 4. It's as simple as. You don't need anyone presenting football. You just point the camera at the match. That's how it used to be. Just point it. That's it. I hate the Beach Boys. I just bought it because it was cheap. Yeah, Beatles remixes. I've not warmed to Pet Sounds. I just bought it because it was cheap. I don't like the Beach Boys. Sparks album's supposed to be good. Yeah, I haven't heard it yet. Again, I'm trying to limit on the things that I do. You know, I'm trying to, got Split Ends reissues out on Friday. But I'm trying to not buy so much music because it's boring. Music's boring, isn't it? It's all boring. I think it's boring. Now guitars aren't boring. I'll get the finish on the guitar fixed one day. I'm building up layer by layer. It's going to take me months to get to get it just right. It's become my obsession. But considering it's had 2 holes in it and the finish looks almost, from a distance, you wouldn't know. And I've got it all set up perfectly. You know, I've got the neck nice and straight, and it's brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant. Maluthier now. Maluthier. Mountain has the box set of The Smile. 90125 is alright if you're in a certain mood. It's not an album I'd go back to, but I appreciate it it was the mid-80s, and this is what a has-been band pulled out their arse thanks to Trevor Horn. Owner of a lonely heart, much better than a... Look at the video. Eddie the Wanker Jobson's in it. Keep your eye out for him on the roof. There's more men on the roof than there are in Yes. Oh yeah. Keep your eye out. Go on, go back, watch it. Freeze frame it. Eddie the Wanker Jobson's there. It's true. Yeah, but Fly For Me is alright. I didn't really like the remix. It was completely unnecessary. But you know, you can smoke. Don't mind. Just don't blow your smoke in this direction, alright? Just blow it towards Lenin. And I'm rotten. I'm rotten. I am. Would I rather this to Pet Sounds over Radical Action? Is that another Beach Boys album? I guess so. No, Pet Sounds is alright. I appreciate on a production side of things. You know, for 1966, the production is impeccable. It is amazing. You know, I listened to it the other night again. First time I'd heard it on vinyl, because I'd heard it on CD or digital or whatever it was back in the day. And it was the first time I'd heard it on vinyl. It was a lovely evening. I'd finished half a bottle of red wine with my meal. I was like, yeah, this is nice. Had my feet up, listened to it, and I appreciated it. I was listening to the production. I thought the production was stellar. I don't like the songs. They don't speak to me. You know, I don't get the Beach Boys. Don't get it. You know, I don't get it. Some of the songs I like, you know. No, it's and also the thing with the Beach Boys is the Wrecking Crew play on most of it, don't they? You know, who actually plays on the album? You guys probably know. I don't. I don't care. But this is the problem. Who are the Beach Boys? Who are the Beach Boys? Who are they really? Top 3 Jethro Tull reissues. Oh, there's one missing. Oh God, what have I done? It would be Aqualung, Thick as a Brick, and it's quite hard. It could be what's the one? The one that's over there. Bear with me. It won't be a minute. I've got to go and get it because I've got to put it back on the shelf. A passion play. It could be the passion play one because it has the Chateau de Heuvel sessions, which is like a whole album of material that didn't quite get used. Though, you know, only was it? I can't read the bloody thing. Only Solitaire and Law of the Bungle or Jungle, Bungletown. They reworked it on some of their other records, but you hear like versions here, which is I really like that. Again, this is what I said. I like a lot of the stuff that wasn't released. You know, I keep threatening to sell these so I can buy a nice guitar. Would I be right to do that? Or would I be wrong? I mean, because I'm not really a Jethro Tull fan, but again, it's a bit like the Beach Boys album. I appreciate them for what they are. These are really the fucking pinnacle of box sets. They really are. I really just like looking at the pictures and the words. I think they do such a good job, especially like they were like 25 quid and whatnot. You know, so I feel kind of, oh, I should keep them all, shouldn't I? Maybe I should do like a mega unboxing of them, like a mega look at them. Maybe that'd get clicks, wouldn't it? People like that. I feel like such a swizz though putting that up. I feel like such a swizz. Is that content? I don't know. I should just review stuff, shouldn't I? We should do that one. That one's going to be good. I like that one. Oh, you can't see it because the camera. Kids Are Alright by The Who. I've got to do that. I nearly reviewed Peter Gabriel Plays Live the other day because I listened to it. Because I listened to some Peter Gabriel when I was taking the dog for a walk on Saturday. Or was it Sunday? I don't know. It's all the same. And I thought, I'm going to put on Peter Gabriel's Plays Live on the vinyl. It's a promo copy. We got it back in the old days when we were record collecting. It was only like a couple of quid. And I've also got it on CD as well. Because I'm stupid like that. Where is it? Peter Gabriel Plays Live. Look, see? Do you remember those big chunky CDs? I like this because I need to poke my eye at them. And I like this because if I open it up, I've done this before. Look, who's hiding inside? It's a little Sledgehammer single. Look, it's tiny. I like that. This has some of the most honest liner notes ever. I don't know if they've got it in the CD, but on the back of the album, oh, they've got it in here. Right? It says, although this album was compiled from 4 concerts in the Midwest from the United States and some additional recording took place not 1,000 miles away from the home of the artiste, the generic term of this process is cheating. Care has been taken to keep the essence of the gigs intact, including human imperfection. The producers, I like that. Even Gabriel admits he cheats by overdubbing stuff. But what's in this one? Oh, it's a little Salisbury Hill single. Oh, look, it's tiny. Who remembers 3-inch singles? There you go. 3 inches. Reminds me of the old chap. 3 inches. There you go. It's cold. But there you go. So little thing. Look, very good. Those were the good old days when you'd find cool stuff in Virgin Megastore. Now life is boring and tasteless and meaningless with no colour. I'm just waiting for death. Just waiting for death. We pray for a swift execution. Lenin's doing the pet sounds. He's going to do pet sounds as his first review. That's nice. Good for you, Lenin. You do that. Do loads of reviews. More psychedelic the best. Oh Christ, where are we? Pinks is off for dinner. Lenin's off for dinner as well. Blimey, everyone's going to dinner. Payne says you have to pause extremely quickly to see Jobson. You see, back in the old days, you know, I won't do that joke. I'm not going to go there. But do you remember video? Do you remember videos? Do you remember videos? And you'd pause it and it'd all go, and like you'd be like, oh, this video's got a bit. There's a bit of sauciness in this, but you froze it and it all went a bit fuzzy, so you couldn't really like, you know, enjoy the scene. Euphemisms. You couldn't enjoy it. You'd get the remote and you'd rewind and it'd creak, the tape would go trying to get the right frame, but it all. That's how I got so good at freeze framing the Yes video. Yeah. This wrist used to be like Arnold Schwarzenegger's wrist. Now look at it. Oh dear. Where are we? Seb says, I've got Open Your Eyes on CD. I'd take off after 2 songs. I did a review of that. I did warn you. Carl says, here's something that's been eating me. What are they going to reissue? When are they going to reissue the Misplaced Childhood Deluxe box set? It's been out of print for ages, and you can't find it cheap. I've got one. Apparently, the script has gone out of thing as well. That's sold out now. I've got one. Do you want to buy off me? Well, how much does it go for these days? 100, 150 quid? Oh yeah. All these, right, now this is important. It's the same with like the Jethro Tull ones. All these sets, I'd love to know just how many they put out, because they go out of sale pretty quickly. Now we're talking like, it's got to be over 1,000. 5,000 sets? I don't know. But then would that be enough money to make it worth their while? But they sell out pretty quick. And I don't think there's that many people buying them. You know, it's only sad old farts like me that do it, because, you know, a sad old fart. But yeah, so you got to kind of get on it quick. And this is why if you follow me on the twits, I post the links. I say, look, pre-order it from Amazon. Use my link. I get a penny. Get a shiny penny. Always use my links. No one else's links. My links. Otherwise I'll find you and I'll fucking sort you out. I'll cut you up good, I will. From nape to knave, you'll wear your guts like a bow tie. That's how we do it. That's how we do it like that. Always use my link. My affiliate link. You cheap bastards. My link. Am I allowed to say that? Am I allowed to mention affiliate links on YouTube? Not to swear. I'm allowed to say bastard because it's not a swear, am I? It's not a swear. I don't know. I doubt if they'll ever reissue it. I think that's it. You've missed the boat there, my friend. Peter Christian said, I remember a fellow in primary school with the surname Smallhorn. I wonder what became of him. I imagine he went on to big things. Yeah, Pet Sounds is okay. Exactly. I don't get it. I don't get the appeal. But I like the production. I like the way it sounds. I can hear everything. And Monkey Poots off. Elko says prog people are afraid of emotional songs. Are they? Okay. Not me. Thick remix sucks. It means thick as a brick. But Passion Play and Aqualung are fantastic. Also worth trying as a gold mine. Will you buy A if they do it? Well, maybe just to keep the collection, I suppose. Well, again, it's something to talk about. You know, just put it on there. I get views, get the clicks, clickety click, clickety clicks. You know, so that'd be good. But yeah, we'll do that. But you know, it's like everything else. It's, you know, A's a bit of a I've got that with the DVD. I think it was Russell Hammond gifted it to me. If you're watching, Russ, thanks. Still got that one. And the DVD's interesting. It's like a live concert. That's the only reason I wanted it, really. Lenin, you can do as many King Crimson reviews as you like. You can get a copy of In the Court and take a big brown shit on it. You can smear it all over yourself. You can do whatever you want. Do you know why? You're not important. They're not after you. They're after me. Because somehow I'm important. I'm relevant. People listen to me. I have power. Shame it don't fucking pay, innit? Shame it don't fucking pay. But that's it. You know? That's it. That's why they're after me. Because I'm such an evil Machiavellian character. I'm the guy that, you know, that goes around, you know, detuning Fripp's guitar when he's looking. I don't know. I don't fucking care. It's all rather fucking childish, you know. But hey, they're a novelty band now. That gets the bums on seats. Novelty band, you know. Hey, let's surprise them. Let's do Schizoid Man again. No. So you don't be scared of me and my mate Nishi-san. They put pay to us, and there's others. Again, I can't remember what, he knows more than I do. You know, because we did stuff. You know, Nishi-san's website was ripped off wholesale, and the information was used by them. and they gave him a cease and desist order, and you know, and then they stole all his work, you know, for themselves, because he meticulously compiled, you know, all the gigs, all the songs, all the bootlegs. He never posted any bootlegs, but he posted what the bootlegs contained and the artwork, you know, and they went for him, and that's why he doesn't do that anymore. Oh yeah, thick as a brick fetches. I've sold 2 of those. Oh, I've made lots of money out of those because I'm evil. I'm evil, and I laugh at you if you haven't got all the sets. And I will see you on eBay. I will see you on eBay, and you will give me your money. Absolutely, because I'm evil. Payne says Plays Live is a boring album. Fuck me, Payne. It's just, yeah, the Shadow stuff's interesting. I wouldn't say it's good. I mean, there's some shit in there, but it's interesting to hear it, you know. Thoughts on Ovo, Rabbit Roof Fence? I don't know. I don't know if I've done that. Have I done those? Feels like I think I've done those. Have I done those? Oh, crikey, is that a time? It's getting late. It's getting late. I better go. Yeah, too old to rock and roll. El Fasano says, I can see some nipple on that paused VHS. Those were the days. He knows what I'm saying. He knows exactly what I'm saying. He knows. Laserdisc wasn't much better. Oh dear. Essential Hammer solo albums after 85. That one, Fire Ships. That's about it really. Rest of them a bit shit. It's him moaning about life and how fucking everything's awful. Problem with Peter Hamill is he didn't half go on, didn't he? Oh, he didn't half go on. I want him to do a happy album. Should do something cheery album. I want to hear him cover Laughing Policeman. Carl says, read Misplaced Childhood. If you're selling it, I'm interested. You can't afford it, Carl. You can't buy me. You can't buy me off, Carl. You think you own me. You don't own me. I don't know, maybe when I've done all... See, the thing is, I want to do them all. Once I've got them all, I'll get bored with them, and that's when I'll sell them. But then I'll sell them all for like £1,000. £1,000. Now, just think how many prostitutes I could buy with that. Oh, and they're going to be wanting money because of the lockdown. There're going to be some desperate prostitutes out there after this. It's going to be great. I'm going to love it. That's what I'm going to do. I've decided. Fuck buying a guitar. It's going to be prostitutes and cocaine from now on for me. Yeah, Roaring Forties. Yeah, that was all right. But I really liked Fire Ships. Fire Ships was special. Yeah? You know, I thought he's more, again, cohesive, or coherent even. Album, but the problem with him is he gets in a rut, and it's like, oh, we've done this again. Oh, we're doing this again. Here we go again. And I'm sure the songs are different. It's just they just feel the same. You know. But Peter Hamill, he don't have to go on. Oh, moans about Brexit a lot. Yeah, moans about the government, isn't it? Moans about the government. He should watch out. Neil Innes used to moan about Brexit a lot too. Look what happened to him. Someone's late. Yeah, War Child is available, and I think so is Heavy Horses is still out there, I think, and of course Stormwatch. Mind you, Stormwatch, there was a bit of a problem with that, wasn't there, with the supply. So maybe let's have a look. Let me have a look on old Amazon. Let me have a look. And if it's still there, we'll post some links. Maybe I can get some affiliate pennies. Jethro Tull, here we come. What have we got? Let's have a look. Oh no, Stormwatch. They want 50 quid for it now. Well, that ain't good. And yeah, Heavy Horses, it's still out there for like 30 quid, which I'm sure I got that for 22. Let me have a look. I purchased this item on 25th of January 2018, I did. Well, bugging me sideways. Oh no, I paid 30 quid for it back in the day. I wonder how much it was meant to be. So it's, yeah, I paid 30 for it, so yeah, there you go. So that's still out there. Ah, but Child to Rock and Roll. Now I got that for 15 and it's now at 32. So there you go. All goes up, doesn't it? All goes up. All goes up. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I could be so good for you. Do 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 do. Ooh, I could be so good for you. Bam 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 bam. Oh, A remaster with DVD is sold out. Mind you, they only want £7.18 for it used. That's no good. How much? Martin Barr's album, 50 Years of Jethro Tull, they want it for £35.25. What? That can't be right. It can't be right. Oh well. Oh well. Anyway, where are we? War Child? No. Have I listened to Jackson Heights? Didn't I do one? I know we did Refugee. I'm sure I've listened to it. I've listened to, yeah. It rings bells. Oh dear, I got War Child. The Web. Munton says, I found that Big Head Todd album. I don't know what it was called. I just remember the sticker on it saying Big Head Todd, and it's like, what the fuck? If I saw the cover, let me just pull up their thing, and I might be able to reach into the deepest parts of my brain. I can't imagine. It would have been around 90. No, it would have been around. It was, I think it was Beautiful World. It would have been around 97. Yeah. So it wasn't Sister Sweetly. It was. Oh wait a minute. That looks familiar, but I couldn't have reviewed it because it was 93 and I weren't doing music reviews then. I was still at university, so it must have been Beautiful World. It must have been, unless it was reissued over here later. But there you go. Yeah, it must have been. Well, it could have been Stratagem. No, it definitely wasn't Stratagem. It was Beautiful World. Maybe. Any interest in Todd Rundgren? No, not really. Nah. And we got to the end. Thank you, everyone. I will now have to edit everything out. Everything is edited. Thank you for joining me. It's been wonderful. It's been an utter pleasure. Honest. with that, we're going. All right. We'll see you again next time. Hope you've enjoyed this. Hopefully it's been fun. All right. Remember, it's all an act. I'm looking a bit flushed. A bit flush. Bloody hell, Darren. Looks like you've been on the booze. Got a bit of a boozer's face. It's probably just really warm in here, isn't it? I do feel a bit warm. I do feel warm. Back of my neck's red. Oh no, that's because I've been out in the sun. I'm going to get a sunburnt head. Anyway, I panicked then. Thank you for joining me. We'll do this again soon. Remember, if you can't be good, be careful. But more importantly, don't tell your mother. Ta-da.